A stark warning about our country's ability to keep Americans cool after a new report on the nation's power grid. NewsNation's Nancy Liu joins me now with the details. Nancy, this does have the potential to leave millions of Americans in the dark.
That's right, Nicole. This is a problem here in California and across the country, with more than 100 million Americans facing possible power outages due to extreme heat and insufficient power. That means quite a few Americans could be in for a long, hot summer. Electricity, a little thing we take for granted until it's gone. Rolling blackouts, power outages affect everything from our quality of life to businesses to health and safety. And according to a new report from the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, or NERC, the hotter it gets, the more dire the outlook for the nation's unreliable power grids. America's high demand for energy has the potential to cause lights out for a staggering 2/3 of the country.
The risk of energy shortfalls is increasing and spreading to more areas of the country. This is particularly true during periods of extreme weather, as we have experienced over the past 5 years, with broad area heat events impacting the West and widespread severe cold events impacting the eastern and southeastern portion of the U.S.
And the combination of extreme weather, hurricanes, wildfires, storms, coupled with slow development of the nation's energy infrastructure could cripple an already taxed system, a system that, according to NERC, is close to the edge.
The latest assessments have been frightening.
The Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee met recently to discuss the reliability of the U.S. power grid and the nation's elevated risk for blackouts from Texas to California, the Midwest, and New England.
When electricity is unreliable, the potential consequences are nothing short of catastrophic, including loss of human life.
And with tens of millions of Americans at risk, cities are desperate for ways to prevent blackouts. In recent years, California, the country's most populous state, turned to wind, solar, and water power. But during hot summers, its 39 million residents suffer through rolling blackouts. In Texas, the power grid failure of 2021 left more than 200 dead. Now the push is on for renewable energy as the state's utility commission warns its main power grid is again at risk to fail under high demand. New Englanders have increased the use of solar power to release the strain on their electric grid, but amid extreme heat, residents and businesses could be asked to voluntarily conserve energy or face rolling blackouts. And in Phoenix, America's hottest city, a deadly 5-day heat wave with temperatures ranging from 90 to 113 degrees could result in power outages and a lack of air conditioning, which, according to the scientific journal Environmental Science and Technology, could severely affect more than 500,000 residents.
Most people studying the energy system says you need to keep balance between affordability, reliability, and climate. And if one gets out of whack, then bad things start to happen.
And Nicole, that's a vicarious balancing act with the aging grids and the high demands, and with hotter forecasts for much of the country. Many states now trying to prevent life-threatening blackouts like those in Texas. And the solution may be twofold: a major overhaul to the system, highly unlikely in the short term, very expensive, plus consumers voluntarily conserving or pulling the plug, which is more likely.
Yeah, certainly more likely. Okay, Nancy, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.